We are going to take a look at more Wilds of Eldraine spoilers today, including some reprints and some new cards. But we're also going to take a look at the booster boxes and see whether or not the market is actually reacting positively to it, or is this going to be another Commander Master situation all over again? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Mattcaster Mage here. If you do enjoy my content, please consider subscribing and joining in all the fun we have here. I make content every single day, sometimes multiple videos a day, especially during the week from Monday to Friday. So, Wilds of Eldraine, we are almost at the end of the spoilers season, but it's an interesting day covering spoilers because Lorcana, another competitor, has just come out with their release today, and I have a feeling it's going to be a massive TCG. I'm noticing not even just from like views on YouTube, but just Lorcana box openings on YouTube, just the amount of views and attention that they're getting. A lot of gameplay videos are getting some views, and here Wizards is releasing their own fairy tale set, like pretty much just right around the corner, and it feels interesting. Like Wilds of Eldraine, some of the themes and flavors, I'm wondering if they release this on purpose or maybe like push up the release or maybe like backtrack the release to get it out around the Lorcana launch, because there's a lot of similarities here. So with that being said, let's take a look at the booster boxes first. Now, interesting price movement here, starting at 130. I think that was overpriced regardless once these went up on TCG Player. But as you can see, it's been on a downward decline all the way to about $114, meaning that these booster boxes before release and before the spoiler season has ended has already went down by 12%. Now let's take a look at the set boxes here. Similar price movement, started off a little more expensive at $137.63, and that's dropped all the way down to $118.49, meaning that these have actually dropped by 14%. And if you take a look at the collector booster boxes, similar price movement here. It was, at these prices, you have to remember, almost every single pre-order for Magic goes down. Those eras of things going up right away is pretty much gone. We're not just in a bear market for Magic Gathering, we're also in a bear market for even Pokemon, which is like the king of like TCG collecting and investing, and even Obsidian Flames, which is the newest release, which has Charizard in it. Those boxes are in the decline, including the singles, which is fascinating. But yes, these boxes started off at $234.81 and it's dropped all the way down to $217.32, meaning that they've declined by 7%. Now let's look at some of the Eldraine spoilers like Asinine Antics. This is an interesting mythic, 2 colorless, 2 blue. It is a sorcery. You may cast Asinine Antics as though it had flash if you pay 2 more to cast it. For each creature your opponents control, create a cursed role token attached to that creature. If you control another role on it, put that one into the graveyard. Enchanted creature gets 1/1. Now, some interesting cards that might go well with this is a Essex Fractal Bloom. It's a flying creature, 4/4. The first time you would create 1 or more tokens during each of your turns, you may instead choose a creature other than Essex Fractal Bloom and create that many tokens that are copies of that creature. Now, another card that does come to mind is Baki's Curse here. Now, it's a sorcery similar, 2 colorless and 2 blue. Baki's Curse deals 2 damage to each creature for each creature enchanted on that creature. So I could see these cards actually also working well, maybe as like combo pieces or just good synergy for a commander deck, including this card. So we have some other new cards here like Eldraine the Pyrohammer, and this is a 2 colorless, 2 red legendary creature human knight for 4. Whenever an instant or sorcery spell you control that targets only a single creature deals damage to that creature, and Eldraine deals that much damage to each opponent. Interesting. I'm getting a very Torbrand type of feeling with this card. We have Leyline of Lightning. This is one of the reprints in the enchanted slot. So interesting card here. It's not very expensive. It's sitting at 28 cents on the market. They probably could have picked a better Leyline in the red color to throw into the set. We have Oversold Cemetery here, Black Enchantment. This is one of the enchanted cards. If you look at the secondary market for this is the original copy from Onslaught, sitting at $5.62 for its market price, and it's actually been on the decline pretty much for the last year, so something to keep an eye on. Probably will go down even more. Ground Seal, this is an uncommon, so it's not really worth taking a look at the secondary market on this specific card. Phyrexian Unlife right here, this is another enchanted card. Interesting choice. It's $2.82 on the market. If you look at the 1-year trend, it also has been on the decline. Wizards of the Coast, they're kind of running out of room when it comes to reprints. There's always new cards that will actually reach demand eventually, but those take time. You're not going to have like a banger release right away with every set that's going to be included in Master Set in the future, but there's a lot of cards, especially from the modern era, that I feel like they've kind of reprinted into the ground, and you're kind of seeing that right now in the secondary market with these Master Sets. People are just rejecting them completely. Parallel Lives right here, and you can see the original printing from Innistrad sitting at $41.19, probably probably one of the most expensive actually reprints in the enchanted slot for Wilds of Eldraine, even though it has been kind of on the decline for the past year or so. And if you look at Rest in Peace, another card, original printing was from Return to Ravnica, and it was on the decline as well. Let's see the 1 year trend. Yeah, pretty much on the decline. It is sitting at only $4.84. I remember this card was like over $10 a few years ago, close to 15 at one point. But yes, it's going to go down even further. We have Goblin Bombardment here, another one that is a great card. I have it in my Krenko Mob Boss deck. And interesting price movement actually has been going up in the past 3 months. It bottomed out at $1.97 and it's went all the way up to $2.25. Probably a lot of Commander players using it for some Krenko builds, maybe potentially, or maybe Muxus. But yeah, if you look at the 1 year trend, it has been on the decline as well. It did reach a peak in December for about $3.38, but I expect this card to decline as well. We have Grasp of Fate here, another enchanted card. And then we have Omniscience. This is a very, very interesting inclusion. I love this card, but it has been on the decline price-wise. I like the artwork for this one, but I have to say the best artwork from this set for this particular card is the anime manga style artwork. I love these so much. I actually want to collect the entire set if they get cheap enough. I'll probably buy the entire set. If you look at the price movement here, yeah, it's been on the decline. It's sitting at $11.41 for the market price. Yeah, it's been kind of flat for an entire year. So interesting inclusion. I don't mind it. It's still a decent card to pull in that slot. You know, it's an extra bonus pull, which is really cool. We have Impact Tremors here, a very, very expensive common card released in Dragons of Tarkir. As you can see here, sitting at $2.91 for its market price. And if you look at the 1 year trend, yeah, it's pretty much flatlined. It has, you know, peaks and valleys, but for the most part, it's pretty much remained the same price. So interesting cards today, and I just wanted to make this video as not just a spoiler video, but also as a thought experiment. Do you think that the market is going to reject Wilds of Eldraine the same way as Commander Masters? I personally don't think so, but when I just look at the box prices online, it's getting that scary kind of like drop feeling that I get in my stomach when I see that. We're just in such a bear market for TCGs in general, especially Magic, because they've just made some really poor decisions in the last 6 to 12 months, and it's really impacting the market. Compared to Pokemon, yeah, you know, the Sword and Shield era was a great era, and if you look at the boxes, a lot of them are holding well or even going up in price compared to all the Magic the Gathering products released in that same time frame. So very interesting market, very interesting reaction. I want to know what your thoughts are down below in the comment section below, and with that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next video.
Use promo code Mattcaster for 5% off your order at Face to Face Games, Canada's largest Magic the Gathering store. Qualified orders get free shipping Canada-wide if you use our promo code Mattcaster at checkout. Whether you're buying singles or sealed product, use our code to support the show and get a discount.